Mining often sets up a direct competition with small-scale agriculture for control of land. The heart of the issue is that mining activity has come into direct conflict with another predominant means of economic development in rural areas, small-scale agriculture. Mining Zimbabwe reports that in South America, mining, as well as oil and gas extraction, has exploded across the region in the last decade, driven by high prices for gold and industrial metals like copper that are needed primarily to feed the Chinese economy. This boom has also been experienced in Africa and Asia, where governments have sought to exploit their resource endowments to drive development. The expanding mining sector has contributed to strong economic growth in some countries, but has also generated social conflicts in rural areas that must be urgently addressed. Tensions over control of land and, most importantly, water have led to community protest and violent conflict. Let's look at Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has set a target of achieving a US $12 billion mining sector by 2023. The question is, will this increased mining activity put mine owners in direct conflict with small-scale and communal farmers? The Mint spoke to Paul Zakaria, Secretary General at the Zimbabwe Farmers Union, who confirmed that the conflict between miners and communities also exists in Zimbabwe.
Farmer-miner relations are not at their best at the moment. As an organization, we keep receiving information to the effect that mining operations are encroaching onto farmlands and disturbing, at a massive scale, disturbing farming operations, and not also adhering to environmental preservation practices. So it is a disturbing development. And as a farmer organization, we have insisted on there being, at least a platform where miners and farmers come together, moderated, of course, by the authorities, to ensure that we preserve our farmlands and continue to produce sustainably and in a manner that ensures profitability on both parties, the miners as well as the farmers. So indeed we have this as a huge challenge, and possibly it is an issue also that should be aligned possibly in the new Mines and Minerals Development Act.
Francis Mukora, Advocacy Officer at the Center for Conflict Management and Transformation, CCMT, has met with citizens who have been displaced by development projects and actually mediate in some of these disputes.
In the country, conflicts around land use practices, especially between mining and agriculture, are on the increase, mainly because in terms of the Mines and Minerals Act, mining takes precedence over other land uses, including farming and agriculture. So, as the Center for Conflict Management and Transformation, we are running projects on development and just displacements where we have mediated in those kind of conflicts. For instance, currently, at the invitation of one local authority in the Midlands province, we are mediating such a case in which 37 households are likely to lose their farming land to mining activities. So, in terms of our mandate as CCMT, and through our interventions, we seek to transform conflicts such as this into opportunities for positive change with win-win solutions for all parties involved. Long term, we hope that our national legal and policy framework will be reviewed to create a balance between development and displacements, thereby reducing conflicts between mining and farming activities.
Now, in theory, both mining and agriculture can provide pathways out of poverty. The World Bank and development-focused academic researchers have emphasized the critical role of agriculture in promoting rural development. In fact, 3/4 of the world's poor live in rural areas. Agriculture provides direct benefits to those who engage in it. Zimbabwe is an agro-based economy. Farmers receive payments for crops they produce, which they can then use to invest in future production and to pay for their families' basic needs. Mining could also play a role in promoting development, although more indirectly, by generating revenues for governments. Improved planning on how land will be used is a crucial step that governments should take. Mining concessions are often awarded without consideration for impacts on agricultural production. It is clear that a balance needs to be found, and Zimbabwe has to find that too.